Yeah, let's go. Yeah. We came a long way. That's what the song say. And I could do all.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
Everything you want in a starting quarterback in the NFL, especially in the physical category. If you have the idea that he's one of those rah-rah, spit-and-fire guys, he's not that at all. But he has a will to win that really the team picks up on, and they can't wait to follow him into victory.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
How about that, taking a deep shot on the first play of the game, obviously wanting to set a tone by pushing the ball downfield, just came up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So that'll back him up 5.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heap.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That play got finished off pretty quickly. Whatever window was there, it closed in a hurry.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. It finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Here's Tua. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Watson just beating the play clock. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. This is Gaskin on the carry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson, man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. From the gun, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 16, Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Phillip Lindsay takes it in from a yard out, and the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Don't stop that motor.
Miami set to take over.
And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it, and it's caught by Parker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Whitney merciless. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football, but when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Roberts on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. picked a good spot there to dial the blitz up the middle.
Yeah, and it's hard to really figure out where guys are going to come from when you're facing a 3-4 because they can come from the left, the right, just as you noted, up the middle. When you've got those linebackers who are kind of hybrid guys that can rush the pass or all drop in coverage, hard for an offense to figure out where the pressure is going to come from.
13 yards remaining on second down. Operating from the gun, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Lindsey on the toss left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2 to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Malcolm Brown who ended it with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Roberts now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Make a play ball, baby.
And now out comes Houston. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Watson looks to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run now with Gaskin, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a very strong first half for our rookie quarterback. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the gun, it's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short, and this Texans defense stands tall. And that was just brute strength against brute strength, and defensive brute one out there.
We often talk about leverage in a game. Offensive line versus defensive line. Who can get lower and create some space? In this case, as you pointed out, the defensive line got it done.
And they went to the fullback dive, could not get the first. On 1st down, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Texans, Watson hooking up with Cooks. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Lindsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 2nd and 16, Watson, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Gaskin. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. 2 now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. On play action, here's Tua. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Out of the gun on third down, here's Tua. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Christian Kirksey drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now it's Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. The Dolphins on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And it's caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Got to give a lot of credit on that one, making a first down out of a play that looked like it wasn't going to get there. Ended up breaking tackles, getting his way upfield, getting the yardage. But I have to admit, it's a little disappointing defensively. Had him dead to rights, unable to get him on the ground. Kind of reminded me of myself back when I was playing. Too many missed tackles.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Another run with Gaskin. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he has now gotten into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Sanders now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Malcolm Brown who ended it with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. To throw is Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Yeah, he's got it. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Operating from the gun. Watson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
A pass complete here to Conley. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air yet again. Watson. Screenplay. Johnson. Fighting down past the 45. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there. First down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Watson looks to throw again. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Switch.
Here's Lindsey. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Another run by Lindsey, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is caught. Oh, what a catch at the 5-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans get a bit closer.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's good, and it's now 35-14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Texans may have recovered. They did recover. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Watson on first down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing again is Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover.
Baby, there it is. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, none of that.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, Brown. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go. Block 40. Hey, check. 3.
Right back to Brown. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 43. They're not ready for this. They
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Watson of the Texans now. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Now, the missed field goal, that was big. That keeps them within 2 scores, and they've got it 1st and 10. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. On 1st down, it's Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Again, it's Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Let's do it. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Miami set to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen.
Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.